right, good afternoon, everybody. We're back with a local business spotlight. Jack Connor with MBA Mortgage.
Heather Monero, William Rivas Real Estate.
And today we're checking out Fly By Night.
I'm excited about this one. Let's go.
I'm here with Richard from Fly By Night. We're going to chat a little bit about this amazing store. If you haven't been down here, you definitely have to get down and check this out. How long have you been open now?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So brand new, still new furniture smell definitely happening here. All right, tell me a little bit about the business, like Northampton, Maynard.
We're 2 weeks here, but we've been in business for 37 years in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So we're not a new business. We're actually a very old business
Very seasoned.
that's just grown very slowly. Took us 37 years to expand.
Yeah.
And we've been looking for a few years for a place. And I looked everywhere in sight, 495 between Route 2 and Route 90.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a downtown because most of the commerce is on the little strip malls and the little mini malls. And that doesn't make my heart sing. You know, we come from a historic downtown. Fly By Night's always been downtown Northampton. That's part of our identity. And we love an old downtown. And we think you can't replicate what's in an old downtown.
I mean, we both live in Maynard, and the sense of community, that little downtown area, like you said, people walk downtown. Like, it's such a small, tight-knit community. The downtown is an absolutely thriving little area. Tell me a little bit more about like the pieces that you have here. Like, I saw the sign out front, American made. Like, what else you got about the business?
Well, we really have a few pillars that we stand on. You know, we do our upholstery. As you can see, we've got the first floor of all American and European upholstery. Because we come from a smaller town, we serve everybody in our town.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the big city, people find stratifications of cost, like you're either the high end or the low end, but we're everybody's end from Northampton. So we span different kind of price points. It's a little bit different philosophy.
Yeah.
We have our upholstery on the main floor, and then upstairs are things that we specialize in. We make our own cherry bedroom furniture.
I've read a lot about this.
And we do that. We use wide boards.
Okay.
We work with Amish people who I've known for a really long time, and I make trips out west and stay in house with people and meet a lot of different kind of people who do that, and they work with their families. And then the last thing that we do is our natural mattresses. We've been specializing in natural mattresses since before anyone even knew what that was.
Now, talk to me about natural mattress. Like,
Well, a natural mattress means that most of the components are a natural material. Instead of having polyester, you have cotton for the top. Instead of having polyurethane for a special polyurethane or a sock for a fire retardant barrier, you use wool for a fire retardant barrier.
Okay.
Instead of using polyurethane foam, which is an unnatural product, but it's in a lot of things in our life, you use real latex rubber.
Okay.
So basically, the way a mattress would have been made 100 years ago before the synthetic ingredients were invented, it's nothing new.
Okay.
But generally those components have better breathability and actually better performance.
how much are you dealing with any imported fabrics, or is everything local?
Well,
Like,
I mean, when we're buying, we can't making upholstery. You need like big setups and big factories. We don't make our own couches. We buy them from really good manufacturers in America and Europe.
love
and
your
everywhere else.
passion for this. Like, I mean that genuinely. Like,
Well, thanks.
You can't do something for 40 years and not be passionate about it. I love it. You definitely sound completely invested.
Well, you know, I like the stuff. I like furniture. I came through this because I love wood. That's what brought me into the
Okay.
furniture
I
business.
was gonna say, how did we get started in furniture?
It's really a love of wood and woodworking.
Okay.
And my grandfather actually had a furniture store when I was a little kid in St. Louis, Missouri. He had a little one-man furniture store. Spent a lot of time there, and I never really thought I wanted to do that, but I kind of came around through the wood back into it again.
That's crazy.
But you know, you have to ask me one more thing, though.
What do you got?
You have to ask me how we got such a strange name as Fly By Night.
The Fly By Night?
Yeah.
Hit-
Do you want, here's, I'm gonna
yes.
give you-
Tell me the whole
I'm gonna
story.
tell you the real story.
Okay.
So I started doing this. I knew people in Vermont who made futon frames and futons.
Okay.
I was living in Western Massachusetts, and I realized that for $35 I could buy a vending permit, which would allow me to sell people were selling jewelry and t-shirts on the street in Amherst near the universities. And I realized that I could sell futons on the street in Amherst with my $35 vending permit. So I had a little square of carpet and a futon frame and a fake plant. And I stood there and I sold them. And then that night I would deliver them in my partner and I had a VW van.
Okay.
And then we deliver them. And so I was trying to think, well, what can you call a thing like this? You know, like such a strange kind of a business. And my friend's husband goes, you can't even do that. People will think you're some kind of fly-by-night futon company. Dang, that was it.
Right there, you knew.
Right
You
now,
knew at that
I knew
moment.
at that very moment that if we were self-disparaging and made fun of ourselves for just being a little upstart, then pretend to be anything we weren't, that would be honest and good and kind of funny.
I like it.
So I am so excited as a real estate agent to have a furniture and home furnishings store in our little downtown. And if you've never been in Fly By Night, you will remember it as the old paper store. But walking through the front doors, this space has totally transformed.
Yes.
It looks totally different. So I would love, Richard, if you would walk us through some of your pieces that are the most popular, your favorite pieces,
Sure.
and sort of what we can find here.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that it feels so different because we took the ceiling
Yes.
down. It's all deconstructed and it goes up 14 feet now. And the other thing that we did, and people kind of don't remember this part, but there weren't any internal stairs. We
Yes.
put this in so that we could connect the first floor to the second floor.
It's unbelievable. It doesn't look like the old space at all.
because they had used this for store and the second floor
Yep.
for office.
Yep.
So you know what we've only been open a couple of weeks, right? We've been in Northampton 37 years, but what we're surprised by our response here, everyone's been really nice to us.
Yeah.
Everyone around here, I think, has bigger houses than where we come from.
Okay.
Because people are all looking at sectionals.
Yes.
You know, not just a sofa, but you know, this is a sofa chaise that has a really big, comfy chaise.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something special. I actually have this in my house.
Okay.
And I've had mine for about 4 years, and we have 2 little dogs that lay here all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time, and it still looks really good and clean. It holds up very well. So this is a European company. And so a European sectional that has an open chaise like this, or instead of an arm, it's
Yeah.
really popular because when you sit here, it sort of invites people to come
Absolutely.
in. Whereas when you have a second arm, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
we're sitting here and you can't join us.
It opens up the space.
Right.
It's nice because it has like a modern contemporary feel, but it's not too modern.
Right.
It's very European, but it could fit in anywhere. You could put it in a colonial or anything. So this is really, really
Yeah,
nice.
so this has been very popular, and one nice thing about it, you know, we stock it. What we try to do is stock a lot of things the way we show them.
Yeah.
And but you can also order it in different sizes and different
good.
fabrics. So there's a whole wall of fabrics that you can order this in. And as a matter of fact, everyone here has been wanting to make it a little bit bigger.
Yes.
So people because houses are bigger here than they are in Northampton where we come
Yes.
from. And that can usually be done.
So you can modularly custom different pieces and build on different
Yes.
fabrics. Do you guys deliver as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah. If you live in Maynard, we charge you only $99. That's kind of like
Wow.
our neighbor thing. No matter how many things you buy,
Yeah.
we deliver and assemble. But you know, we do our own trucks and our own guys.
Okay.
And yes, we've been doing it like that for decades.
Great. So you have couches, you have chairs. I
Yes.
see area rugs. I
So
see.
yeah, so here's more European,
Yep.
like kind of smaller scaled here. Here's some American leather. Here's like a really, you know, beautiful tufted leather sofa.
Look at that statement piece.
Yeah.
That is cool.
You know, with the wax leather. This is actually a walnut coffee table that I designed.
Oh my
A lot of the
gosh.
wooden furniture, we haven't really talked about that, but we have kind of a different philosophy. This table, like this coffee table here, okay? This is an Amish-made table, but when we think Amish, we think of traditional designs,
Right.
right? Well, what we do is we find Amish manufacturers and, you know, shops, and then we take modern designs and have them made. And they end up being really good values.
And quality.
Oh,
The quality is
nonstop.
yeah.
The quality's great. And you also, this is cherry, of which we do a lot. But you know, when we're working with the Amish, we can do all kinds of other woods. We can do walnut. We can do white oak. This is called hickory.
Oh, it's
You know, this is something that
beautiful.
we don't see too often, but that's rustic hickory, that little table, and you can do, so a lot of our occasional furniture can come that way. You can do it in any wood that you want or any stain, and you can customize it, and that's a really good thing
Yeah.
about it. So,
Take me through a couple of your personal favorite pieces and why.
well, I showed you my one sectional
Yes.
that I own, and that's one of my favorite things.
And if he owns it,
You know,
he really
and
does love it.
I'll show you two other things, and you know, this is another sectional. You know, we come from Western Mass, and that's where I've been living. My wife lives out here, but in Western Mass, where we've got big dogs and 5 cats, we have less expensive upholstery because we know it's going to get ruined. You know,
Kids and pets.
Kids and, you know,
Yeah.
at some point, you can't really invest in something really nice
Yes.
if you know it's going to get trashed.
I said
But-
that. I said I'm not getting good furniture until my kids are older and I have no more pets. My kids are now older. We got really nice furniture and now we have new pets. But I feel like it
Well,
never
that-
ends. But
that I understand. The pets don't end.
You can never,
But-
yeah.
But this is an American-made
Wow.
sectional. It's less than $2,000, and it's it's a big sectional with a sofa chaise, and it's made in America. And I actually have one of these at our house in Western Mass. So this is one of my favorite things too. I'll change my
change, spaces change. But that's what's so great about you guys too, is that you have, if you can see the different colors and covers of the different options of
Yes.
fabrics, you can kind of customize anything.
And we're not afraid of color. You know, so many furniture stores
Yeah.
you go into, it's all gray and
Right.
white. And we like color. Let me show you a couple other things. You asked for, this is something else I really like.
Wow.
These are super comfortable chairs. You know, this is a Norwegian company. And this is one that,
I
with
think
the
if I
base,
sit, I'm never going to get up.
see with the baseball stitching, they actually made this one for New England. Most of these chairs are designed for other places, right? And nowadays they have motors in them.
It's power.
And they have batteries, so you don't even have to plug them in, and you can go up and down. And I have one of these, and it's pretty comfortable.
I don't think I would ever get out of it.
Well, I have to let the dogs in and out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wow.
So that's that. I mean, you know, I would say downstairs, those are my favorite things.
Awesome.
You know, I'll show you some. Can I show you a really cool thing though that
Yes.
I bet no one's ever seen? These are the American leather comfort sleepers. They're really important to our business.
Okay.
Because this is a really comfortable couch that makes a great sleeper.
Yeah.
You know, they're not cheap, they're expensive, but they last a really long time, and no one can make a product like this. The other thing is we can take them all apart. When we go to your house, we take them apart and then put it together again.
Oh, that's nice.
So we can make it fit anywhere.
That's really nice. Good.
But what I wanted to show you, I want to show you this cool and unusual thing.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a thing like this? This is a new kind of an L desk. You can see it's shallow because people have notebook computers. It's kind of Haywood Wakefield-y, you know, it's got splayed legs, it's a little mid-century modern, but this is like a really unique and well-priced solid cherry corner desk, you know, with drawers and storage. I've never seen one like this before.
No, that's really
And
neat.
I've been doing this for 37 years, so anyway, that's kind of a cool new thing that we just got in.
Now, Richard, will you take us upstairs? Because
Yeah,
I know
sure.
that you have a different section upstairs. So let's go.
This is our NoHo. NoHo is the nickname for Northampton. That's why stuff's called NoHo. It's not the north of Houston Street like in New York City. It's just the Northampton nickname. Do you see how this is 2 boards? That's pretty rare, you know, to use boards this wide in the modern day, especially to make furniture that is this well priced.
Yeah.
It has an oil finish instead of a lacquer finish, so it's kind of more calm for the bedroom and easier to repair.
It's
And
beautiful.
I'll show you one really kind of beautiful thing that I spec out as really wide slats. You know, I don't like those skimpy little bed slats.
Yes.
So we make them nice and wide.
There's a giant furniture store in Massachusetts this is a completely different feel in this place. Like, yes, this is what furniture shopping should be. I love this.
Well, it's again, we specialize in certain things. There's a lot of things that we don't do and we don't offer. We try to focus on what we can be good at and do that thing. So thanks.
So when we were downstairs, somebody was kind enough. You've been open for 2 weeks, but it sounds like you've got a grand opening celebrate. You've got something coming up?
Yes, our grand opening is going to be Saturday, October the 25th.
Okay.
I believe that I got the date right.
Sure.
And we're going to do the whole 9 yards. We're going to have a ceremony and some food and music. And
great.
Maybe we'll even cut a ribbon.
I love that.
The whole thing. This is Berkeley Ergonomics, and this is an open system, which means that we can open the mattresses up. This costs a lot of money to put a zipper in, right? But the reason that it's done is that if anything should ever fail or need to be changed, you can change out parts of the mattress at a time. Now, I don't know how many mattresses you've looked at inside, but they never look this beautiful. These are nested coils that come from Sweden. These are micro coils that come from England. This is Dutch latex. This inside here, it has wool and camel hair. It's a great mattress, and it really costs the same as like a polyurethane one you get at a big store.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is tremendous.
All right, Richard, should we turn the lights off and just give them a
so
little?
I think people fall asleep really
How could you not? No, this is tremendous.
Because we're not on commission and we don't push the sales, so we just let people lay there, and we're like, take as much time as you want.
I was going to say that because oftentimes you walk into a furniture store and you feel like the sharks are coming at you, right? And they're like, how can I help you out? And it's like, no, we just want to look. And you just feel that pressure,
terrible pressure.
To get out of that space because it's uncomfortable. This is an elevated experience that is unlike anything, very boutique, but definitely elevated to where you're passionate, you're here to help. You obviously know a lot about your products, but you don't feel the pressure to leave. You want to stay.
They have no pressure. So what we're trying to do is make their interests align with yours.
Mm-hmm.
The more their real interest is in helping you and not selling you, then you're going to have a much better experience. And every store could be like that if management chose to do it that way.
Well, Richard, congratulations. You've accomplished your goal. That's amazing.
Super fast, lightning round, this or that. First thing that comes to your mind. Leather sofa or fabric?
Fabric.
Sectional or classic couch?
Sectional.
Recliner or rocking chair?
That's a good one. Recliner.
Okay. Coffee table or ottoman?
Coffee table.
Glass top or wood top?
Wood all the way,
Wood day all day. I can tell but based on what we're seeing right here. Dining room bench seating or individual chairs?
Both.
Great answer. 4-poster bed or sleek platform bed?
4-poster is a great idea, but it's really impractical.
Throw pillows or cozy blankets?
Throw pillows.
And then standing desk or sitting?
Sitting.
I love it. That's it. That's all I got. You survived.
Thanks.
Right? Easy
That was
peasy.
you. That was those were good.
Fly by Night can be found at 36 Nason Street in Maynard. Their hours of operation are Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 12 to 5.